Hey, this is Josh with New Review, coming at you with a new review for the season finale of Game of Thrones, the episode The Dragon and the Wolf. So, before we get in, I'll give a little breakdown of how we're going to do it. We're first going to go King's Landing, Winterfell, Narrow Sea, The Wall. So, starting off in King's Landing. A little bit of a build-up of military forces. Lannister and Greyjoy in King's Landing. Targaryen outside of King's Landing. Everyone sees the full force of everyone, and Bronn, who's getting the defenses set up, is a little intimidated. Of course, after fighting the Dothraki on the Rose Road, that kind of makes some sense. So that was a very nice little setup for the meeting between the three monarchs. Then everyone except Daenerys on Jon and Daenerys' side enters the city. They have nice little meetups between various characters, and we're told we're going to the Dragon Pit. Nice little reunion between Bronn, Podrick, and Tyrion. A nice little reunion between the Hound and Brienne. So very cool interactions. The Hound was also being the Hound, saying he'd kill anyone who touches the white box. Then everyone gets set up in their place. Almost everyone. Then the next group to come in is Queen Cersie and her group with the Kingsguard, which I'm not a fan of the Kingsguard armor. And then Daenerys shows up fashionably late with both of her dragons, and it is awesome and spectacular how scary they can be. Though the dragon pit doesn't look the right size, but I mean, it makes sense. If Balerion, the Black Dread, was supposed to live there, they'd have to CG a huge fucking thing. But that'd cost a lot of money and be unwieldy. And the meeting goes about as well as I suspected, even with the whites. I did not expect Cersie to respond logically. I did not expect, although I didn't expect the things that Euron said. He was trying to be a little intimidating and a dick, speaking out of turn, but to be honest, that matches his character, but I couldn't anticipate what he'd say. And I really do think he was scared of the whites. And that does make a good excuse for him to leave. And Cersei's demand, while I understand, I understand she should have readjusted and tried to renegotiate. Although she was at a position of disadvantage, so she really doesn't have much leverage. Yeah. Even if she was able to get Jon to stand down afterwards and not fight by Daenerys' side, she still has no chance. And so she leaves, and Tyrion seemingly convinces her. I don't know what else he does to convince her besides going with her love of her children, especially her suspected child on the way. It's a mystery, and we will find out when we find out. And so this alliance makes sense. Although, again, to be honest, I'm a little suspicious of Cersei's intentions, which were confirmed later on that she has no intention of joining them, holding her armies back, waiting to see who will win. Of course, either way, no matter which side wins in the northern fight, she will be punished severely. Even if most of both armies are destroyed, odds are the dragons will still be around, and she'll still have dragons. Dany will still have dragons to use against Cersei. And obviously, if the dead win, they're fucked. I actually kind of wanted Cersei to die at the end, but you can't always get what you want. Now north in Winterfell. So the culmination of all of the intrigue and plotting between the Starks and Littlefinger comes to a culmination. It seems that Sansa's going to punish Arya and execute her, but then she turns around and bada bing, bada dead. Littlefinger has a nice little red smile in his throat. I'm satisfied that he's dead. I do have to say, though, I wanted him to live another season, Cersei died, because, to be honest, an intrigue villain plus the Night's King makes this series a little bit more interesting than no intrigue characters, intrigue villains, and the Night's King. But yeah, and the revelation of Rhaegar and Lyanna marrying, thanks to Sam helping Bran figure out that they married, really does help things out in the long run with Jon. Now, back in the Narrow Sea, there's a little scene in Dragonstone trying to figure out how to get Dany to the north. And I think it's a nice compromise to try to show that Daenerys is not a foreign conqueror, but an ally. And then they just finally fucking get it over with. They finally fucked and got it over with. Again, but they're Targaryens, and that's what Targaryens do. And then the Night's King destroys the wall at Eastwatch by the Sea. And I'm glad Tormund didn't die because I kind of like Tormund. Although I have a feeling that anyone who's left in the Gift and everyone who's left in the Shadow Tower and Castle Black will soon be part of the Army of the Dead, which will not be fun. And of course, everyone in Eastwatch by the Sea who died is now going to be part of the Army of the Dead. So that's great. So yeah, that is season 7 for you. I'm really excited for season 8. Want to see how it goes. It'll be nice, actiony, and it's going to be 6 episodes this upcoming year. And filming will take place in October, and it'll premiere late 2018, early 2019. I'll have stuff to tie me over till then, but I am super excited. This is Josh with New Review, signing off.